He said, is it obligatory to sniff the water into your nostrils when performing ablution? There is a hadith narrated by Tirmidhi in which the Prophet ﷺ said, أسبغ الوضوء وخلل بين الأصابع وبالغ في الاستنشاق إلا أن تكون صائمة. The hadith describes the best way of making ablution. أسبغ الوضوء. إسباغ الوضوء على المكاره is also one of the very virtuous acts and one of the most beloved deeds to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. إسباغ الوضوء is to wash the body parts which should be washed during ablution properly, whether in cold weather, in hot weather, whether you're all dressed up. Take off your jacket, fold your shirt sleeves so that you would wash the arms properly. You would wash your face properly. You would rinse your mouth properly and sniff the water into your nostrils in order to blow your nose and clean up your nose properly. Al-wudu, as the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam said in one hadith, أرأيتم لو أن نهرا بباب أحدكم يغتسل منه كل يوم خمسة أيبقي ذلك من درنه شيئا. Have you seen if one's house is by the river? I just want you to imagine if you have a house by a creek or by a river, running water, fish water, where every day at least 5 times you dive into this water and you make wudu or you take ghusl, you wash your body parts. Do you think this person would ever have skin disease or have some impurities remaining against his bodies? Would he ever smell 5 times a day? Every couple of hours he's in the water. They said, لا يا رسول الله لا يبقي ذلك من ضرنه شيئا. And they confirmed, because it's not possible. It is not possible for somebody who washes frequently 5 times a day to have any impurities against his body or to smell or. The Prophet ﷺ said, similarly, making wudu. So the proper wudu which would make the prayer valid is to wash the body parts of the wudu as described in the Quran and completed by the Sunnah properly. So that if you are in cold weather or wearing a suit and tie, you do not just wash up to here. No, you wash up to the elbows. And the Prophet ﷺ said, on the Day of Judgment, he will recognize his ummah. How? He said they will be غُرْلًا مُحَجَّلِينَ مِنْ أَثَرِ السُّجُودِ. Like an exceedingly black horse. An exceedingly black horse, once you see some white spots on the forehead or on the legs, it will be very distinguished. Why? Because the color of the horse generally is exceedingly black. On the Day of Judgment, the body parts which have been washed frequently during wudu will be illuminating, shedding light, so it would be very easy for the Prophet ﷺ and others to recognize those who used to perfect the wudu. That is the meaning of أسبغ الوضوء وخلل بين الأصابع. التخليل is to wash between the fingers, similarly the toes. To that extent, every time we wash in wudu, you gotta make sure that you wash between the fingers and between the toes as well. وبالغ في الاستنشاق. And do al-istinshaq, which is sniffing water into your nostrils in order to clean up your nose and blow your nose. Do that excessively, except if you're fasting. Why? Lest you may swallow some water, or the water would go to your esophagus, go to your stomach, and that contradicts the concept of fasting. You're not allowed to eat nor drink while fasting. So al-istinshaq, according al-madmada al-istinshaq, according to the Jumhur, is not a wajib. According to many scholars, it is a wajib and it is required while washing in wudu. And al-mubalaghatu fil istinshaq is also required, unless if the person is fasting.